everyone! Taphophile time! I came here not knowing that this one even existed, but one of my viewers did actually mention that they were moving here soon, so it made me go look at it on Google Maps, and I really had to double check because I thought I'd already been here before, but I haven't. It is St Mary's in Arnold, which is on the outskirts of Nottingham. I got the Calverton bus here. Very easy to get to, but this weekend is actually Goose Fair weekend, which if you're not from Nottingham you might not know, but it is one of the biggest fairs that happens at the start of October, so it's very backlogged with traffic to get up here. So anyway, made it. There's a wedding going on, don't want to get in the way of that, so I'm going to film around it to not be disrespectful. The church is open, but it's obviously for the wedding and I don't know them, so I'm not just going to go in there and start filming. Anyway, we have a lot of lovely graves here to have a look at and a bit of history beforehand. Coming towards the edge here, I like the way they've arranged them. Obviously they weren't like this originally because it makes no sense. They've made a path out of the gravestones, but I don't think it's really a path you should walk on. I'm going to take a look around the edge in a moment, but anyway. So the actual church itself dates back to 1176. That's quite an old church. I can see a lot of the gravestones here are very, very old, so I'm looking forward to oogling them. The churchyard was actually enlarged in 1851. By the looks of it, the original's this way. And if you can see behind me, I guess this really big open space that has no graves in it anymore was most likely the open area that they added on. I did find a funny story on Wikipedia as I was researching, saying that there was a gentleman called John Troplis that commented when they were doing the ceremony for expanding the graveyard, saying, "I wonder what poor devil will be buried here first." Little did he know that he actually went home and actually got smallpox and died 3 days later, and apparently was buried here. So he didn't know that at the time. It's very, I guess, bad luck. I'm going to see if I can find him anyway. He might be here, but alas. Let's have a look at this den. So as I said, there's a path with the slates themselves in the middle and the old ones on the outside. Well, we're going to be greeted with the bells chiming because of a wedding, so you'll have some lovely music in the background. And obviously everybody's going to be very happy and joyful on the other side, and I'm just filming graves right now, but anyway. That's the polar opposite of my life. I very much like the designs on these two giant ones in the corner, and these gravestones here are so wedged together I can't even see who the other one is. A very weird way of doing it. You can see in between there is actually names on that one, but that one faces this way. I really don't understand that. Anyway, we have over here John Kendall. Beautiful. Look at, it's just the detail around the edges. And this one, they look like antlers actually towards the top. Very mossy. I'm liking these two of the Challand family that say beneath are deposited the earthly remains, and they're both exactly the same. From 1847 it looks like as well. Very old. Again, these ones 1847, but that one's my fave for sure. All the rest are very eroded. There's no way at all. I can tell the artist has the word sacred, I think. I like the way that they're lined up on this edge here. Interestingly, on the end of this path here, there is actually what looks like a step just here. And then over there's kind of an edging as well, like there probably was a fence along here, so again saying that over there was where all the other graves, I guess, were expanded to. These look like the oldest ones for sure that are right in this corner. And I think there's some stones there that were from a wall in that corner there as well. much ado, things are finally concluded with the wedding. So I thought I'd come in the back side because I think they're still walking around a bit, and I wanted to try and catch it before the bells start up again. There was a tomb here that's just been obliterated, but they put the sides down here, so we've got the tomb of the denizens, but it's just smashed. Whether or not there's still people in there, I don't know. All is quiet now, and they're all leaving. I can see the family going down the side and respectfully just slink off. I did want to say how great this tomb was of Thomas Frost. Not only look how big the chain is, that's the size of the link is bigger than my hand, but when you come round to the other side, it actually says that he was interred in Highgate Cemetery. So this is very dramatic for nobody actually being buried in here. Also, one that's over here, there's just a few just littered. Speaking of litter, friggin' KFC louts. I love this one because of the shaggy baggy moss. Alice, you have a lovely grave. A couple of amazing slates here too, so from afar, wow, look at all that filigree on there, but when you look close up, look at these little fellas, these little faces. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. Cheeky little chappies. And the top of this one is like a blazing flower. Also amazing. I'm now wondering if you'll even be able to hear me over all those bells, but still, I guess I'll find out in edit. There's always something that gets in the way of my sound, but still, what can I do? I can come around the front now because they have locked up, I think. I did want to show the font on this one here that's nearest the doors from this one, so it kind of creates a path in between, but that's just collapsed in between. I don't know who that was. You know what it kind of looks like, which I've seen before, coffin rests, where as you would bring a body in, you would rest it here before you would get inside, if you're waiting for people to show up. I did want to try and show as well, I'm unsure if I can zoom in on it, but I'm going to try. Underneath the clock here, there are two wee little people. And leading up to the church on the side again, laid flat, are mainly 1800s graves. Talking really quietly now, thinking that I've ruined someone's wedding, but I know I haven't because nobody even saw me, so it's fine. And over here, each more intricate than the last. There we go, we've got a date there, 1822. All the way down the hill. And I think that's going to conclude things today. It's a very old but still very active, as you could see, church. I had no idea there was going to obviously be a wedding today, but you can't plan for these things. Funerals, weddings, whatever, things still happen. But I really do love this path that goes up here. It's very, very picturesque. So this has been St. Mary's in Arnold. I hope you've enjoyed this brief little tour, but very musical at the same time. Goodbye, everybody.